Collapsed national grid. Serap gives Buhari 7 days to probe missing 11 trillion naira electricity fund. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. The organization urged Buhari to direct the Attorney General of the Federation (AJF) and Minister of Justice Mr. Abubakar Malami's son and relevant anti-corruption agencies to investigate how the funds have been spent since 1999. The Socio-Economic Right and Accountable Project Serap has given President Muhammadu Buhari 7 days to order a probe into how 11 trillion naira meant to provide regular power supply in the country was mismanaged. The organization urged Buhari to direct the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Mr. Abubakar Malami's son and relevant anti-corruption agencies to investigate how the funds have been spent since 1999. It said an estimated 20 trillion naira may be lost in the next decade given the rate of government investment and funding in the power sector amidst dwindling fortune and recurrent revenue shortfalls. The group said anyone suspected to be responsible should face prosecution as appropriate if there is sufficient admissible evidence, and any missing public funds should be traced and fully recovered. This was disclosed in a statement on Sunday signed by Kolawole Oluwadare, Serap's Deputy Director. Also, according to the statement, Serap urges the President to refer to the International Criminal Court all unimplemented reports of corruption in the electricity sector gathering dust on the shelves, and to arrest and surrender those names in the report to the court for prosecution. Serap's letter followed the collapse of the national grid, which has plunged the country into total darkness. Generation capacity has dropped to 2,000 megawatts, with about 14 power plants shutting down. In the later dated 19 March 2022 and signed by Oluwadare, the organization said Nigerians have far too long been denied justice and the opportunity to get to the bottom of why they can continue to pay the price for corruption in the electricity sector, staying in darkness but still made to pay crazy electricity bills. Investigating the allegation of missing 11 trillion naira electricity funds, prosecuting suspected perpetrators, and recovering any missing public funds would end a culture of impunity. It will also address the persistent collapse of the electricity grid and improve access to and affordability of electricity in the country, it added. The letter further read, "The situation will not improve unless you fulfill your campaign promises to probe corruption in the electricity sector, prosecute perpetrators, and recover any missing public funds. Corruption in the electricity sector and lack of transparency and accountability in the use of public funds to support the operations of DISCOS have resulted in regular blackouts, electricity grid collapse, and unlawful hike in the electricity tariffs. Corruption in the electricity sector has been continued to disproportionately affect the most disadvantaged and vulnerable sectors of the population who cannot readily afford expensive generators in order to have a reliable power supply. The government has constitutional and international obligations to ensure regular and uninterruptible supply of electricity even in times of resource constraint. Serap urges you to urgently implement documented reports of cases of corruption in the electricity sector and ensure full responsibility and restitution." At the end of the day, we will survive. We keep paying the price of corruption indeed. On this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.